Welcome back to another episode of the RADelaide Summit podcast. In this week's episode, we cover a little time travel with our guest, David Solari. The Breakthrough Foundation charity ride is back.
And 100th episode.
Today.
Oh.
Today, Junior.
Of course, there's always more. Come along for the ride.
Ruby opens up. Heyman is back. It's time to do the business.
If you're new to the podcast and haven't listened to us before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do your efforts up Norton Summit and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not. There's a chance we might shame you, but we promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high, but we'll probably shame ourselves because we're not as fast as you. Definitely this week, actually. Look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your summiters. Alex.
Hello.
Sean. Yes. David.
Where the hell you going?
Wang.
G'day.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to another RADelaide Summit potty.
None of us can talk.
I know, right?
As
Too much
always,
excitement.
we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week. Wang.
Hello.
Swift. More Swift.
Yeah, pretty much was. What did I get in for the week? I think I got him, 20 hours. 806k. Monday it was just Swift, morning lunch, and then just a little hop after work. Same was on... Huh?
Chamois?
Chamois get out?
No, the chamois. We need to send out our regards to the chamois.
Why?
Oh.
Went in and had a little procedure done on
good
Tuesday.
man. Good man.
The old snip.
Yep.
So he's not certainly sitting on a bike seat.
For this, like, you're allowed to disclose.
Bag of
No,
peas.
too late now.
Bag of peas.
Yeah. So it's not great time.
Day surgery. No, it's just day surgery. It's
Yeah,
fine.
well, the
But you
doctor
have one of
said
those
off the
new-
bike for
new-
3 weeks.
Like, less invasive, kind of things.
I was talking to Queen.
Keyhole surgery.
In the where?
So no chamois this week. But
Literally keyhole surgery.
he got on Zwift yesterday just to test it out, and he said it didn't feel too bad.
45 minutes of standing up.
So, I told him to come, and it was Tuesday morning. He was home by 11. I said, you can come out after work and we just stand up the whole time. So, but no, he's all right. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was, just Swift, finished work late, so he couldn't get out. Yesterday was pretty damp, so I did set my alarm to go down to meet Chop and went back to sleep when I saw it was wet outside. So, some Swift sessions yesterday in amongst doing some admin stuff yesterday.
Admin.
Saturday.
For you?
Admin, yeah, had to go.
That, like,
What-
you got your manila
tell us more
folder
about
out,
this.
yeah.
Admin, we'll have
We're
to go to
just-
the Genius Bar
We're
at
just,
Apple.
We're just used to like you going,
Yeah.
Swift,
Swift.
Road to Shop. What's this
Yeah.
life admin you speak of?
Well, Nate's phone, his iPhone 15 Pro has been playing up, so I took it into the Apple store.
why,
and then-
why have you got the first inception of the iPhone?
Yeah, I
When
know, he's
Nate's
got the 15. That's just how it worked with kids.
3.
Yep.
So it was not working properly, so go into the Apple store and they're like, oh, yeah, we need to book you in to see the Genius Bar. They're all booked out today, but I'll put you in and see what time. Comes out at 3:45, and I was in there at like 12. So went back home, done another Zwift session, and then back into Rundle Mall again. So, and then today, gave back this morning. Volunteer Wang
Did
was
you?
back.
We
Yeah,
were riding around Vic Park. I didn't know you were donating.
yeah, donated my time.
You got a photo of him. Let me just bring it up. He's very much relaxed on that corner.
Which corner? Because it was a different course today, wasn't it?
Yeah, they used that middle one that we raced.
The Masters.
The
That's
Masters?
vibe. Oh, classic public
You saw
service.
him
I
down
saw
here.
it.
Yeah.
Listeners, yeah,
Absolutely.
he could work for the council.
That one, the little one.
Yeah, I don't
It
mind
is.
that middle
It's
one.
good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And then, just went out and done 3 hours after there. Went home and now I'm here.
Sweet.
So standard week.
How good.
Cashy.
5 days of work as well.
Whoa.
And you said you worked late. Was that OT or just...
Oh, late, like 5:30.
Oh.
That's late, so I can't get out and ride. Not late like you.
like the rest of us?
You're a funny man, Wang. You're a funny man.
Wang
That's
man.
late.
Wang man. I'm going to say that next time my boss calls me at 7 o'clock at night, just wanting to have a chat for 40 minutes.
No chance I'll be answering my phone.
This week,
What have you been doing?
I've trainer roaded all week. I was going to go Saturday. Saturday, I woke up at like 5:20 and it was raining at my house. I don't mind starting a ride when it's dry and it starts raining. I don't mind that. That's
But
fine.
don't start in the rain.
I really don't like that, and especially after last week with the crash.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't trust myself; it's the others when they're in the wet. But then I probably overthink and thought the people that are actually there in the rain are the safe ones. So I probably should have
committed
just
ones.
sucked it up and
Yeah.
gone. So yeah, and then I saw bloody R2 Di2 bloody did 170 k's. So I was like, I should suck it up and just go. Yep. Just work's been good. A couple of little gym workouts at home, some ergs, swimming all week for G, hockey. There weren't any
How was how's
hockey.
the coach? Update
There's
on
no
the coach.
update. It was another. So they split it between. It's a long story. There was this. They do like a job share,
Right.
alternate weeks. So
So he wasn't there.
no, he wasn't there. So it was good. And then I found another funny story, but I probably won't put it on air. Just I'll tell you after. But all in all, great week, productive week. Moved a rose bush today.
Oh,
It's a thorn in your side.
Yeah, it was a bit pricky.
waiting for that.
It was it was honestly an absolute prick of a thing.
job.
Yeah, it was. Oh, it was good. It was good.
Oh,
But that's about it for me. Alex.
Then drove here, pedal to the metal.
Yes.
Oh, what have I got myself into?
I know. Jesus, you said that you died and rose again yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Did you like that? Rose
So,
again?
I couldn't ride yesterday because I had to go to work. I was in one of those big boom lifts, big one, and I don't have a license for it. One of my guys that works for me does.
Cooper.
No. So I was passenger in
actual work.
said boom lift at about 18 metres up on King William Street, and I was like, it's going to rain. It's
You
gonna
love
be
heights.
windy. Oh, yeah. Not when I'm not in control, I don't. Anyway, got through the day, got home, had a shower, and I went from shower to bed and woke up 3 hours later.
Had a nap.
I had a nap.
You never
I
nap.
don't.
I actually asked him. After he said that, I didn't know if he was taking the piss or not, but I was like, "Are you okay?"
You never nap.
No, I know. That's
Have you switched personalities with your brother? He's the one who does 3 hour
Did you have a
naps.
bath, a whiskey?
Nothing,
Some candles.
So just for reference, my brother would be like, I'm having an... And he's out. Like, standing up, holding a coffee. Like, he just does it somehow. So, yeah, got through work. What else? As I've mentioned in previous episodes, I've been completing Wang's room at home, renovations. That's so I can buy my house again. And I sent off all the docs to the broker the other day, and they did a desktop valuation. So after the
They didn't even do a walkthrough.
No, 4 months of busting my nuts. They didn't even come out and look at my work.
What dogs?
So, yeah, but that should all go well. Fitness-wise, we've been doing Keystone Super Series Echelon sessions because
Yep.
Echelon and Life PT sponsor Keystone. So we're up to round 5 tomorrow, which I've been attending, along with my Wednesday evening. Did some gym stuff, plunge, and a few hours out on the road today. Saw a uni student smash out some watts.
Yeah.
He did all right.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah. What about you, Dave?
Well, basically this week I've been slack with the bike the last few months because of the weather, and you know what it's like when it rains and you get a bit older and you're not really keen.
Swift for 20 hours.
Mate, I don't even know what Swift is, I'll be honest with you. I've still got my old ergo bike from the 80s and 90s.
I love that.
That's just, the pain machine. There's nothing better than the pain machine. Yeah, but besides that, basically went for 3 rides this week. On Tuesday night, I think it was one of the nicer nights of the week.
Yep.
Yep.
The weather was quite good, I think, around 20.
Yeah, Tuesday
Roll
was
around
nice.
the beach and
Yep.
went out today for a little bit. And besides that, sporting-wise, I do a self-defence, which is twice a week. That's good. Work's been good. I work at Norwood Oval, Norwood Footy Club, and they're travelling quite well at the moment. They're top of the ladder.
Top of the ladder.
Yeah.
Hoping to get more rides in now that hopefully the weather gets a little bit better. So, besides that, a very good week generally. Yeah, can't complain.
I reckon I was in the sauna with someone from Norwood Footy Club. Corey? No, maybe. Anyway, I'll ask him next time I see him. All right. Wang, Cash,
go for
we've
it.
got some questions.
We
All
do.
right.
Want to kick off, Wang?
I will indeed. So we have Mr. David Solari on board with us this week. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, what it is that you are up to these days, and also how you found the bike and how did that progress into the great list of cycling achievements.
So these days, as I mentioned, I work at Norwood Oval for Norwood Footy Club. I'm assistant grounds manager, maintenance
So it's
manager
like
as well.
lawn porn central.
Lawn porn, mate.
You're just like,
Lawn is unbelievable. I didn't know how much was involved
I need to
in lawn.
introduce you to Mo Diggity.
imagine the Mo Diggity they'd have.
That'd be a big one.
The lawn is unreal. Like once you start, everyone thinks lawn's boring, but once
Nah.
you start getting into it, I'm telling you, it's just
Sounds like
it's
a
amazing.
deep rabbit hole. Like, sorry, the puns are coming out.
And I've been doing a lot of work now with Adelaide Oval crew, and they're just
Next
they're
level.
world
The way they
Perfectionist.
turn it around.
Yeah.
They are absolutely unbelievable. Like they've got guys now at the moment that are out at Lords in England, and they just got a couple of them got back from America because now I was told cricket's in the next Olympics.
Yeah, I did hear
LA,
that.
so they're going to be putting the pictures in
It's
the board.
got to be if they're
What
breaking.
type of lawn is it at Norwood?
Nor we got Kai.
Kakua? Yeah.
So
Kai.
we're in a bit of trouble now because we didn't have a chance to oversow with ryegrass, which is a winter grass.
Mm-hmm.
So, the cost is a bit.
Hang on. So you have two, like winter and a summer grass.
So Kai grows.
That's amazing.
When it's
Whole
warm,
nother
yeah,
problem.
it's
love
it's
this.
a different thing. Kai grows when it's warm and it spreads, whereas ryegrass is a winter grass which just grows up.
Interesting.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a very scientific.
this.
I'm just starting to learn all about it. Anyway, the grass thing. Yeah.
No, love it.
So,
Do you have a good lawn at home?
I've got probably a 5 square metre patch of lawn at home. I got rid of all mine because I just got gravel and my kids parked their cars on my lawn when they got their license and destroyed it. So it's all over now. I've just got lawn there. So that's what I do now after owning restaurants for about 15, 16 years. Yeah, we own one around the corner here called Alegria. My dad owned one in Victor Harbour for 30 years.
Shop?
I got into bikes through my father. So
Really? That's
he used to race in the 50s and 60s. Old Nina, who Matt knows very well, went away with my
race
dad.
against him. Is that right?
Not quite. Nino was my first manager in my first junior worlds. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got pictures at home. Actually, I've got to give you. I found all the reports that he's written on all the riders.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't listen.
I can't remember what yours said. I was reading only the bad ones the other day. There's a few of them that aren't real great.
There'd be a few bad ones. He did send a few home. I reckon Simon Kirsten he sent home from Worlds one year.
Did he?
He shot someone with a slug gun.
I reckon didn't he send Darren Hill home
Probably, yeah.
from Colorado because he bought one of those starter pistol things or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Sounds
it.
about right.
doesn't.
This is
Yeah,
great.
mate, he didn't muck around with mine, man. He was good fun, but yeah. So I caught the bug from him. So he raced the 50s and 60s, and I actually played Aussie rules at Ross Trevor College.
Yeah.
And my dad made a comeback in his early 40s and raced overseas. So I went to watch him.
Wow.
Yeah, went and raced Masters back then.
That's cool.
The Vets
Yeah.
World Championships, and I just loved it, mate. I loved the whole European thing and everything, and I got back and he wouldn't let me race until I kept bugging him, and he actually bought me a bike in the end. So,
How good.
and slowly, I tried to incorporate the Aussie rules in the morning with the bikes in the afternoon. It didn't work.
Didn't work. No.
That probably lasted 3 months, so I had to give up footy, and away I went on the bike. So, yeah.
And so was Dad coaching you?
He started coaching me at the start, yeah, and then I got into the South Australian Institute of Sport. I think it was probably the first year they ever started. I think 84 was it, Matt? I reckon.
Yeah, it would have been
About
probably
84.
around then. Yep.
Charlie Walsh was coach. Neil Craig was sports scientist.
Yep.
And then from there, my dad took me to Europe a couple of years in a row just to test the waters out in his little hometown, which was good.
Yeah.
Then he took me up north where it's the mecca of cycling.
Yeah.
So, put me to the test against the big boys, the
Yeah.
good boys.
Yeah.
And I went pretty well. So, ended up winning an Italian championship first, and then 6 months later came and won an Australian championship. So I
good.
had to make a decision because I had an Italian passport.
Yeah.
It was a very hard decision. But
Yeah.
It wasn't, the cycling thing wasn't the decision why I made that choice. It was, I just wanted to be where you could race all the time.
Yeah.
As Matt could probably confirm, because he's raced in Italy too, it's just a different,
Yeah.
it's just
different
a different
league
level.
over
You
there.
remember when you went there, it's just completely different. So
Yep.
then once you get in the team and, they look after you, and then, the opportunity arose to represent Italy at my first Junior Worlds in 85.
Why wouldn't you?
Where were they in 85?
85 was in Stuttgart, so it was a real eye opener for me because the world titles were just unreal.
Yep.
And then that was a crazy story because there was this tall young bloke called Mario Cipollini was in there.
That is wild.
Mate, he's insane.
So you went to Junior Worlds with Chipper?
Yeah, he rode the road.
That's
He rode the
amazing.
road team time trial, and he won the road team time trial.
Yeah, right.
He was actually a road team time trialist.
Marcel Kittle was a time trialist before. He was like junior or under 23 world
He was
time
under
trial.
23, I reckon,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But Mario was like he was an absolute monster team time trialer.
Interesting.
He was unbelievable. So
How
he's
long was it back? How long was the event back
the
then?
junior back then? I
Kind of
think it
personal
was
question.
70k. It was.
Yeah, how's that? Because
70k. Team trial. Oh, yeah.
Team
Yeah,
time
because then the
trial.
seniors used to be 100k
100,
team
yeah.
time trial.
That is a good chop.
Imagine that.
That's a solid chop.
Yeah, no, he was great. He was unreal.
Yeah.
Like, he just had a natural talent of he could do anything. His brother was the same, who sadly passed away last year. His brother was actually better than Mario.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah, he rode the Olympics. I think he rode the 76 Olympics as a 16-year-old.
Far out.
Mario's brother. Yeah, so yeah, and then just basically just progressed from there. Just the Junior Worlds, Senior Worlds, Olympic Games, and yeah, it was
And
good.
what year was the Olympic Games?
88.
You rode
I rode
88?
88,
Yeah.
Yeah, we rode 88. We had a really good team, but unfortunately in qualifying, one of the riders crashed.
Yep.
Fabio Baldato, who's now
Yeah,
one
no,
of the
Fabio, yeah. He's the head of
directors
UAE,
I was
isn't
going to
UAE,
say, that
yeah.
sounds familiar. Yeah.
So yeah,
Hoggy's
he ended up
boss.
crashing, and we still qualified.
Yeah.
But we met Russia, so we're on target. Look, if it had gone the way it was going time-wise,
Yeah.
we probably would have ended up riding off against Australia. So,
Yeah,
but
okay.
as it turned out,
amazing.
we met Russia, who had like these average blokes called Ekimov and that, you know.
Yeah.
So they put us away pretty easily
Yeah.
in the next round. So
That's wild.
yeah, no, it was good, mate. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole lifestyle thing. It was great. I
Yeah.
met a lot of great people and raced with a lot of guys that ended up being, like
World beaters.
real champion.
Yeah.
Pantani and all these
That's
guys.
absolutely wild.
Nice blokes, really nice blokes.
So what went, like you've just done the 88 Olympics. Is
Yeah.
what's your greatest cycling achievement or,
So I ended up
Yeah.
getting 3 silver and 3 bronze at the World Championships. So
why?
I got the Junior Worlds. I got 2 bronze individual teams pursuit.
Yeah.
And then I got a bronze in the teams pursuit seniors, 89. And then 90, 91, 92, I got silver in the motor pace, which I don't have.
Do you remember the
don't have
time
it
you did in the team dispute back then?
Oh, shit. I reckon. Oh, we had the year we got 3rd
Yeah.
was in Lyon, which was the absolute crappiest track
Yeah.
I've ever seen. It was outdoor 333, real bumpy.
Yeah,
I reckon
yeah.
we're riding mid-20s back then, 420.
420s.
Yeah. That's still solid. Like,
Yeah. I still, mate, it's still
No aero
bikes.
bars. You would have just been on the cow horns.
Yeah, cow horns,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no aero bars.
So it's just
that's,
I mean, quickest I've been is 408 on steel bike
yeah.
aero bars. So
I would love to see, like, if you would, the whole hindsight, go back in time and get them on, like, what
Those
they're on
bikes,
now.
yeah.
look, I got told by the people that made the BTs in Melbourne, Sansonetti's.
Yeah.
They told me that the BTs were about 8 to 10 seconds quicker than a steel frame.
Yeah.
So you've been
then.
doing sub fours
Doing
back
sub
then.
fours.
Back then, probably I'm talking 94 was when I rode that time, the quickest time.
Yeah, right.
So that's 30.
30 years ago. That's wild.
And now the bikes are even better. But mate, they're good bike riding. Mate, now these guys are just
they're
the
animals.
gears are insane. Like those gears they're riding now, 64 15s and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
120-inch gears.
I was riding those behind a big 900cc motorbike in the World Motor Pace Championships.
Yeah.
It took me about 25 laps to wind
Wind
it up.
it up.
My dad rides a 160-inch on the street.
And then you see bloke like I was working with the Italians here when they were here for the Nations Cup.
Yeah.
And I was watching Ghana, and mate, I've never seen nothing like it.
Yeah, I know, right?
At one training ride, he did the last 6 laps.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was doing the last 4 at Nations Cup.
And the problem is, I talked to the Italian coach just recently, and the major problem Italy had was they had 2 guys, him and Milan,
Him and
who
Milan,
were just
yeah.
here, and the other guys
Consoni?
were just
Is it
under here.
Consoni?
Yeah, Consoni
Yeah.
and what's the other bloke? Lamont, that were just under here. You
Yeah.
know? So
And they can't even hold the wheel.
And
Let alone put
Milan
turn.
got he's even climbed even more. Like the guy, what did he win?
alright.
4 stages of the Giro this year. I think it was?
Yeah. Is he UAE? No.
No, he's
Little Trek, isn't he, now?
he's
Yeah,
Trek.
Little Trek, that's it.
Trek, yeah.
Couldn't remember which big team he was on.
So they won't be. I don't reckon they'll ride the track anymore now because they're getting paid big dollars now, and to ride the road.
Yeah,
so,
Monza.
yeah. So that's where they're going.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good
What
fun.
about greatest life achievement?
Life achievement?
Yeah.
In general?
Yeah.
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah, just in
comes to
general.
mind?
Yeah, what comes to mind?
Oh, jeez. I mean, the standard answer would be kids and family.
Kids and
wouldn't
wife.
it? I'd say.
I mean, if they
Still
weren't
out there,
listening.
Yeah, she's out there waiting for me. She's out there waiting for me. Life achievement? I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard question. I'm not really sure. Like,
And instead of the greatest, so what's something that you're most proud of?
my pizzas I used to make were pretty good. Yeah, that was
But
good.
see,
yeah.
I didn't grow up in South Australia, so what were these pizzas? Where were they?
So my dad had
Harbour, the
a
pizza
Victor Harbour, mate.
Really?
Every bike rider went to Victor Harbour.
Really?
So they used to ride the Victor Harbour. They stopped. It was halfway. They stopped, and my
Yeah.
man would just carb them up with pizzas and pastas and food, and then
Yeah.
they'd ride back. Yeah.
That's amazing. Instead of that freaking BP.
That's what we should. Yeah.
Let's think of that.
The old OTA.
You think
yeah.
you get
killing me.
Krusties to stop for an hour?
Well, the pizza bar's still there, isn't it?
Yeah, they're still
Yeah.
there. The guy that bought it off us was our Coke rep, and he's done really well still.
Okay.
So he's really maintained it. You
Yeah.
know? Like he's done a real good
What's
job.
it called down there?
It's called Nino's.
Still called now.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I'll go down there.
Kept the name.
Yeah, it's cool. You can't miss it, mate. You get to the end of the main street. It's on the right hand side on the corner. It's a whole corner.
How good?
Next to the surf shop.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I
the
know
one.
that. Yeah.
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 Plug for Nino's.
How good?
So you said you're still riding?
Look, I do a little bit. I retired in like 99, 2000, and I just had a gutful. I couldn't even look at it. I was just over it, and I didn't do anything for years and years and years and years. And then, Tour Down Under used to come around, and I used to, get the legs shaved and get out there, big gut riding around, looking like a dickhead, And then 5 years ago, I was going to the gym with my younger bloke, who's a PT, and I got a phone call from Stuart O'Grady, and he said, "I'm running this Ben race. You get that race?
The
It was
24.
the 24 hours.
Yeah.
Evolve, yep.
He says, "You want to be in it?" And I said, "Yeah, no worries." So stupidly, I just got out of the pool, got changed, hadn't been for a ride for years,
Here I go.
jumped on my bike. I live at the bottom of Gorge Road. I went up Gorge Road. I went to the bottom of the hill, turned around, and halfway back, I had 3 heart attacks.
Yeah.
So I ended up in hospital and
Oh, shit.
coma and the whole bit. And I thought, geez, I better straighten my life out a bit here because I wasn't eating that great. So now I do ride as much as I can.
Yep.
Obviously, when the weather's warmer, I go out a lot more than what I do when it's colder. But I actually enjoy it now. So
That's good.
It's
What
good.
What are you riding? What bike?
I ride an old rim brake Ducati carbon bike. So I'm a bit frightened of the disc brakes because I'm not mechanically inclined, and I'm really.
I'm actually on the hunt at the moment for I don't know what, it's a Colnago rim brake just so I can ride around.
Yeah, I used to be the importer. Yeah.
I didn't. I've been on the hunt for one.
Well, they've just released a C68.
Yeah, I don't know if I can afford that, eh?
Mate. Yeah, I don't. Oh, look, I'm not. I really like the rim brake, the disc brake thing, but I'm really anal. Like if I hear a noise on my bike, I'm up the road to Philmiddy straight away. I'm like,
On my S5, there was at one point I could hear something, and
point.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah,
Most points.
I was punching a couple of watts, and there was anyway. That was
The
sad.
seal of your bottom brake.
but they
Yeah.
tell me that they rub, and if you take the wheel out, you've got to put the wheel back in.
They are a
the
massive pain in the ass.
Are they? Yeah.
Sit up there.
Problems of mine. So mine aren't too.
They are good.
Is yours good?
Yeah, I haven't had too much problems with them.
Yeah, so, no, I'm going to Europe in October, so I've always wanted a Bianchi, so I'm going to pick up a Bianchi rim brake.
Yeah.
Always wanted one from when I was a kid. So
Have you had a favourite bike during the years?
look, I'd have to say my Colnago was my favourite C40.
Yeah.
I think they were just, back in the day, they'd won the Roubaix and all that kind of stuff, and they were just, I reckon they're just
With
iconic.
Mappa.
Yeah, and they look good, and I reckon they were just great, And Colnago back then were sensationally made and still made in Italy, and, Like we used to go there all the time. And
Yeah, I remember your dad when we were over there racing. Your dad took us for a tour through
did
the Colnago factory.
Yeah, well, they were making them there then.
Yeah, they were making them over there.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
GPM factory as well.
Oh, that's right. Did you go there too? Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, they're making just wheels now, I think.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
reckon.
because I crashed I reckon one of my first tours over there, I crashed and broke my Euro.
Yeah.
So then we went and done a trip to the Colnago factory and picked up a new frame, built it overnight, and raced the next day. The next stage.
Cool.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was good. He's yeah.
Now it's just I don't know.
So what year did you go away, Matt? Was it 90?
94, 95.
95,
95.
wasn't it? You went away.
95 was first Road Worlds. They were in San Marino. And then 96 was on the track, Slovenia.
That's right.
Yeah.
96.
So, 95 was your dad.
Cool. Good stuff.
Go on. You love the food. Go for it.
I put
one?
it, I
Which
put it
one
as
you
a
want
then and now question because I'm curious about then and today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, were you a breakfast eater when you were racing back in the day? And if so, what was your go-to? And how about these days?
So back then, when we used to so you're talking pre-training, pre-racing?
Pre-racing.
Okay, so just pre-training, like I just have my usual cereals and fruits and everything.
Yep.
Back then, race day was kind of crap because if the race was on at 9 o'clock in the morning, they make you eat bloody the pasta at half past
Oh,
five.
you know
6
how many
o'clock.
times I did that with you?
You do that,
Oh,
and mate, I'm telling you, it's like
Mate.
eating glue.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning and you got this big plate of spaghetti with just
Yeah.
cheese and oil on it. It's just like,
Yeah, no
I
sauce,
can't.
just
no
the
sauce,
cheese
just
and oil.
cheese and oil.
Yeah.
Cheese and oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No
they got
sauce.
this thing in their head, nearly that if you have sauce, it's bad for you, and you like pre-race.
Yeah.
As Matt just said, it'd be this pile of spaghetti with just oil, heaps of oil and cheese on it.
Parmesan cheese.
Away you go and race. So
Delish.
At like 5 a.m. in the morning.
Okay,
Oh,
I
mate.
would make that for dinner now, but I
you
won't.
couldn't even swallow it. You couldn't
No.
even chew it. It was horrible. It was just
And then you have the same thing for dinner.
Yeah, it was shit. It was
That's what it
absolute
was.
shit. So these days now, I actually fast until 12 o'clock. I don't eat anything. So
Okay.
if I go for a longer ride, which these days is like 60k or whatever, 80k, I'll just bring a couple of muesli bars with me and away we go.
There you go.
Keep it simple, right?
Yeah, light myself up a little bit as well. So
You know what you should if you're feeling like if you want to get like a rocket. There's these gels called SIS Nootropics.
Nootropics.
They've got about
Gels.
200 milligrams of caffeine, and
You
they
drink
are
coffee?
wild.
oh mate, I'd drink heaps of coffee.
Like,
Yeah.
like, this thing is rocket.
This
fuel,
is
The rock
especially
fuel.
if you've had a couple of coffees.
It's
So
like-
you know how much it's advanced, right?
Yeah.
When I started racing, I'll never forget, like 12, 13-year-old kid, my man took me out to Kangaroo in a road racing, the road season, pissing down rain, pouring cold freeze and everything, and he just handed me this chunk of alpha oil, and it was just bloody sugar cubes in it.
Yeah.
How good? It's
Sugar
basically
cubes.
the
And
same
as a
thing, to
13-year-old,
be
it's
honest.
like, yeah, the races are only, 20k,
Yeah,
30k?
yeah.
You'd start this race, and after about 5k, you'd have all these, these sugar cubes. You get this massive hit, and then you just would
Hopefully
die
you
I might
inside
give
out.
that a whirl and Super Series. Just
Give it a
fucking
go.
sugar cubes.
Yeah. Just circling back to your health scare you had. You want to tell us a little bit more?
So the health
About that?
scare was basically, I was going to the gym 4 times a week. So it was a bit of plaque that had broken off and just blocked the main artery in the back of my, at the rear of the heart. So
And no signs leading up to it.
scared the absolute crap. No, mate, my blood test was perfect. I'd had a blood test 3 weeks before.
Yep.
What?
And it was all.
That's
But it was
crazy.
a weird day, man, because my wife was home and she actually took the call from Stewie. So,
Yeah.
and then I spoke to him, and then I got all excited because I thought, oh, this is going to be great because McGleed was going to be doing it and
Yep.
everything. I thought, oh, this is going to be great fun, So, the strange thing was I didn't see one car the whole day. I was just riding up the Gorge Road. It was October the 19th,
Yep.
and no, October 22nd. Riding up Gorge Road, I got to the bottom of the hill, turned around, and went back.
Yep.
Still hadn't seen a car, and I got this pain in my left elbow, and I thought, oh, that's that's from going to the gym or whatever, and it kept getting worse, and I just off the bars and giving the hand a bit of a shake and everything, and then I started to sweat, and I thought, geez, I've got to lie down here, so I lay down under this tree, and just at that very specific time, this
go
ute
both.
come round the corner. And this kid stops and he says, "You all right, mate?" And I said, "Nah, quick, I need an ambulance." And he called an ambulance, and I was just in time to give him my phone to call my wife, who was literally 3K around the corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's come down. The ambulance took 28 minutes to get there. So,
Fuck.
and then I knew what was going on then. Like I could feel it. It was like an elephant was on my chest. It was,
Yep.
it wasn't nice. It was horrible. And then I cardiac arrested on the way into the hospital 3 times. So heart stopped for 8 minutes.
8
9
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
Far out.
Went to a coma. So it was just it's just everything just worked out. The guy that was leaving, the cardiologist, was a friend of my cousin's
Yep.
who was ringing my wife in the ambulance, and my wife had to answer the phone after a while and just say, listen, I can't talk, my husband's dying in an ambulance. She happened to be best friends with a cardiologist from school. She rang the cardiologist who was in the car park about to go home. He went back in.
He went back in.
So, yeah, but that was...
So if any time's a good time to have a heart attack, that was a good time.
That was the best. It was the best day. And,
Wild.
but I tell you what, it's just like I'm not excessively overweight, and I was reasonably healthy, but it's just you just don't know. You can't tell.
No.
And I just say to everyone, just go and get tested. Like I see guys go out to Nord Oval who are just
Yeah.
big guys, and they just start running and stuff, and I just look and think,
Oh, no.
that's not good. That's not a good thing. So
Did,
yeah, that was.
did they operate or anything? You didn't have
No,
to.
just put in a stent.
Put in a stent.
Just put in
Yep.
a stent, and mate, now I don't have any issues now. So I ride my bike, no problems. I do the self-defense, no problems. Heart rate goes right up there because there's stuff that we do there that I haven't done since I was in primary school, running and squatting and that kind of stuff. So no, heart's good now. Heart's good, but I look after myself. Like I haven't, I try and stick to a good diet and so. Yeah, no, pretty good.
That's good. What about, still speaking about food then, if you had a go-to for, say, like the day before a big ride, even, I guess, back in the day, like what would be your go-to favourite meal?
Would be pasta.
Yeah.
So I'd go
with sauce?
I'd go pasta with sauce. Preferably ravioli because they're my favourite.
Ravioli.
You can't beat the ravioli with the meat in them. You just can't.
That's the one thing. Like we make pasta at home together.
Yeah.
Not me. Like you.
No, I mean, you can come over. You can come over. It's fine. But that's the next. Then we'll eventually do.
No, ravioli with sauce
So good.
would have been the go-to.
Yep.
With a nice, with some nice prosciutto and some cheese. And some nice sparkling cold water with lemon in it.
Got to be sparkling.
That's the
We've
go.
just
Gotta be
got
sparkling.
Matthew onto sparkling water.
Oh, I'll
Gotta
tell
be.
you what. Funny story about
G calls
sparkling
it spicy water.
was when we were at the first year we did our training camp at Pisano del Grappa.
Oh, yeah.
Every day we come home from a training ride, the guy who owned the hotel that we stayed in, Franco,
Yeah, Franco, yeah.
would there be bottle of San Pellegrino sparkling water, and we just thought, he's giving them to us. We're home from our ride. Well, we were about to leave the training camp, and Nino has just gone off his fucking head. What the fuck is this? This is like a fucking 2 gram bill for sparkling water. Yeah, and we're like, Franco, you dog! Like, every time he's charging us, or we'd be out on our balcony, and he'd chuck up maxi bonds to us, to our rooms. Yep, charging us for them as well.
That's a good salesman, eh?
That's a brilliant hotel, by the way.
Oh,
What a
it's lovely.
location.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic.
It's at the bottom of Pisano where they did a stage in the Giro this year. Never
place.
seen Nino so angry.
Oh,
That's
no, I
that
have,
day.
mate. I have, yeah.
Yeah.
On Wang.
Well, probably if he looks after his diet, maybe not. But Zinger Burger, good or bad, Dave?
Great.
Great.
Love them. I got to admit, the other night after my class, my wife was out for dinner with her sister-in-law, and I thought, well, what am I going to eat? And I went to Yanni's Euros, and I couldn't believe it.
Which one?
At Nord.
Yeah, okay.
I couldn't believe it. It was 10 to 8 and they were closing.
They were closed.
And I was spewing because I had this... The whole lesson, all I could think about was
It's
this
a Euros.
Euros. So I thought, what am I going to do now? So I ended up going to Hungry Jack's and lashed out big time. So, yeah, no, Zinger Burger, absolutely. Hungry Jack's, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
burgers are better.
Not often, but... Yeah, the truth. The burgers are flame grilled too, they are.
I love it.
So, yeah, no, good, absolutely.
So if we go back to racing,
Yes.
what's the most? You touched on kind of what's the most memorable. But what's the weirdest or most bizarre thing you've seen or heard of when you're...
Bizarre thing.
Yeah, what is the weird or craziest thing you've ever seen?
I saw Mario Cipollini demolish a hotel lobby because his room wasn't ready. That was bizarre.
That's a good one. I like that.
I could believe that. He's got a bit of a temper.
He destroyed the whole lobby, man, because his room wasn't ready. They told him to be ready in 10 minutes, but it just wasn't good enough for Mario. So
Didn't he used to...
the whole lobby just got absolutely demolished.
Didn't he used to demand a fresh jar of Nutella every morning?
He used to have Nutella.
But it had to be a brand new jar every morning.
unopened.
I get
Yeah.
that. I get
Correct.
Because Nutella goes downhill after a few days.
Yeah, every morning was
correct.
unopened.
He's a strange cat, man. He's
You need to break that gold seal.
Yes.
the gold seal. Yeah, but that was one of the most, and that was in Bassano.
Yeah, right.
So he come to Bassano to ride a 6-day race,
Yep.
and not being a trackie, like we kind of had to look after him. Obviously he had to win, but
Yeah.
like he poor bloke, wasn't that great on the track. So, and I remember one night we went back to the hotel and his room wasn't ready, and mate, he lost it.
Just lost it.
Yeah, nothing left of the lobby. Nothing. Just
He's got a bit of a temper as
total
well.
rock and roll show.
Mario.
It was yeah.
He locked me in my room in Shepparton. I thought I would lose it, but I MacGyvered my way out of there in the middle of the night.
Actually, what they did to Mario? They had this like a hidden camera show in Italy years ago.
Okay.
Mate,
And he was on it. They got him, right?
was he?
And
Shit.
mate, he lost it. He chased this bloke, and this bloke was trying to tell him that it was all, it was a TV show and everything. No, mate,
Didn't care.
he kept chasing, and this guy locked himself in a shipping container. Yeah, mate, you got no idea.
Holy crap.
Yeah, no.
Chippo, he's a loose unit.
We had the we're racing. We had the sugar cubes from Dad. But there was anything you tried yourself along the way that actually worked in terms of food in race?
So one of my coaches told me that when it was really, really cold and raining, he said, if you want a bit of a lift towards the end of the road race in Europe, he said, you got to try tea with whiskey in it.
I've heard hot tea, though. A lot of
I said, okay, no worries. He goes, I'll be standing at the side of the road with 5K to go, and I'll give you a flask of whiskey and tea, right? So I'm like, yeah, all right, no worries. So we're right,
Better be on the
freezing,
side of the road.
freezing cold. I'm looking out for this bloke, like we're going back, pre kind of, glasses days, like 80s, late 80s, and like there's 200 bike riders there, and there's all these guys at the feed station waiting for you. And anyway, he's standing there with this little thing, little hip flask.
Little hip flask, yep.
He's handing me this hip flask, and I reckon the prick must have done like a half and half there. 'Cause I was fucking blind. I couldn't see where I was going. It gave me a lift, but the only thing it lifted was my heart rate. It was a bit blurry in the end, but it didn't kind of work. It didn't give me a lift at all. So that was weird. That was a strange.
That's cold.
That was a strange.
Back in
one.
those days, there was no nutrition. You didn't even eat during races.
They used to give us paninis, round paninis,
Yeah.
which were great in themselves, and our masseurs just used to rip the guts out of them,
Yeah.
to just cut the top off the
Yeah.
round panini, rip all the guts out of them, and just put stacks of jam in it
Yeah.
and fruit
Delicious.
in it.
Yeah, we
wrap
did
them up.
that.
Yeah, nice for you, but I don't think that would have been good for you back then. But
Yeah.
so dare say they've advanced quite a bit now with the gels and stuff. So yeah,
That's true. Well, they still do rice cakes, though. Rice cakes is
Yeah,
basically
rice cakes. Yeah.
rice cakes, brown sugar.
You can do a million different things with them. Yeah.
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 A lot of effort.
What would be the funniest moment you've experienced with your teammates during a race or training?
Oh, geez, there's been a lot of those. There's been a few arguments with motorists around the world, and
Plenty of
that
those.
kind of
Tilted
stuff.
back to Adelaide.
Yeah. It's gotten worse out there on the road, mate.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
I'm
I
glad you said that.
had 10 years. I had, more than 10 years off the bike, and mate, I try and go on the bike path as much as I can now. But
Yeah.
so moments like that, mate. There was a lot. It's hard to pick one, but we had, when you travel work like you did, Matt. You have that much fun when you go to different countries and stuff like that, and you take the piss and all that kind of stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. It was just hard one, really. The hard one to.
We had some crazy drivers in Italy.
Oh, you get your crazy ones, but then you get your good ones. Like I'd be out training and you'd get a truck that would drive past you and they'd beep.
Hop on.
You
Yeah.
had to get on the back of it. Like, oh, fuck, this is great, So you do 50, 60K behind them. So that was good, yeah. So,
I had one guy chase us with a metal pole in Italy, like got out of his truck and
You joking?
chased us. And then another truck was up here. CB'd to another truck up the road to block the road. Ended up having to run through the middle of a cornfield with our bikes on our shoulders to get away from him.
No, you get some bad ones over there. My man got arrested over there for trying to beat this cop up because he wouldn't let us go through this roadblock thing.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Funny, mate.
So that was a bit strange, yeah. Yeah, but a lot of good moments, a lot of, like, I'd have to say the whole, not really any bad moments, to be honest.
That's it.
Really, like, it's just, you look back now and you think you're very, very, very lucky to have led a life like that.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
And so how many years?
I was at
years?
total 15 years there.
That's amazing.
Total racing, probably 20 all up.
That's crazy. That's
But
so
good fun, man. It was like, I really enjoyed myself, I had a good time. It was good.
So what's being over there for 15 years? What would be your dream location? Like what if you could? Yeah, for riding.
I lived near Venice, so the Padova near Bassano.
Yeah.
I lived there, and I was about to move to Bassano actually with my wife, because I'd gotten some 6-day contracts, and then unfortunately I fell very, very ill, had to have surgery and stuff, and that virtually ended my career. But probably if I had to live anywhere there now, would be probably around one of the lakes, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it's all nice. Italy's all nice, mate.
Yeah.
The whole of Europe's nice, to be honest. It's, it's got nice places, bad, but Italy's in general is a beautiful spot.
Yeah. I'd agree.
It is. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
Is there a say one piece of advice that you got early on in the career that you still think about today?
My dad gave me most of the advice early on. Stay away from girls, don't drink piss. Yeah, he was very strict like that. But yeah, look, advice that I got early on was, to be patient, really, and to race here first, and to try and do well here. That's what I found. Like I get a lot of calls now from kids, and as you probably know, Matt, now that I've been in touch with Matt, I've had meetings with kids the last couple of weeks that are that eager to go overseas, and can you get me? It's not like that. Like you got to be going really well here, and
you just get your teeth kicked in otherwise, right?
Oh, mate. It's just a different
world.
I actually remember when years and years ago when Kel, I think one of the first times he went over there and he raced the Z Tour in Belgium.
Would have been in Belgium, yeah.
Yeah, it was in Belgium when the TP squad went over there.
Yeah.
And he reckons at that time, I remember chatting to him, he was like, it was the hardest race he's ever done to date.
Oh,
it was just like, somewhere in Belgium.
the first time I saw that kid, I didn't even know who he was. I saw him at Victoria Park, and I loved him.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
I saw him. I didn't know who he was. I swear to you, I hadn't been around bikes for 20 years.
Vibe.
I went down there and I just looked at him. I went, yep, this kid's really, really good. I reckon that was about 5 years ago. And I actually spoke to my mate at UAE about him, who was back then was BMC.
Yeah.
I think they were already trying to work his way into JK, but
Yeah.
The racing's different. So that was one of my advice, because I was really keen, you know, like I want to go, but,
Patience.
So patience and hard work's obviously the key. So, yeah.
Do you think it's changed? Sorry.
Here we go.
It's
taken a while.
Do you think it's because do you think they're getting, well, I think to your point, yes, kids are getting more impatient these days, but do you think because people are going pro so early now that there is a bit of a necessity to go over there sooner rather than later? Like you've almost missed your chance?
Look, I think they had a rule in Italy. I'm not too sure if they still got it now. You couldn't turn pro when I was there until you were, I think it was like 22, 23. I think.
Yeah, I wish that was.
It's not. Yeah, certainly not that case now.
And I remember when I was my first year senior, so I was only 18. I won a 7-day tour in Italy, and all of a sudden, I had all these teams approach my team manager.
Yeah.
And not knowing that I was only 18, and they even said, "Oh, why don't you get your Australian license again, and you could turn pro for us?" Because Australia didn't have any regulations, whereas in Italy they did.
Yeah,
so I think I'm not too sure. Like if you go over too early, I think you just, especially I think mentally as well.
Yeah, big time.
Because if you go over there and you get your ass kicked hard, which is more than likely going to happen.
100%.
I
It's
think
hard
the
to
pro
come.
careers are going to be a lot
They're gonna be
shorter.
right?
They are
Shorter now.
shorter.
So too.
Yeah.
Like you're not
Yeah,
going to
you're right. You're right.
20
They shouldn't have.
year pro.
You know, 17-year pros, you know, all these guys that I race with. Like I turned pro and only rode track, and we used to race the pre-season races, not the big, you know, classics or Cat 1 races or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of my mates, you know, they rode pro for a good 15 years, 17 years. A lot of the Italians back then tried the race for that long because if you race for 17 years in Italy as a pro, you get a pension.
Oh, right.
So all these guys, and also if you represent Italy at the Olympics and win or whatever, like you're okay.
Yeah.
You're looked after. But yeah, I reckon if you turn pro too young, it's a hassle.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's a
you're gonna
major.
maximum 10-year career these days. With the way they're doing
Even
it.
here, what I've noticed, you know, talking to these young kids, they're in that much of a hurry to get places.
Oh yeah,
you know,
100%.
and they got to learn the fundamentals and training and what it's like to get out there and, you know, really struggle and,
Yeah.
you know, like hard racing, you know, because Matt can tell you the difference between racing at Regency Park in our day to racing a junior race, even a junior race. Like, you know, back then that averaged 50k an hour back then.
Yeah, it's wild.
You know, that's 30 years ago, and he can tell you that.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's a different league over there.
yeah,
cool.
Different league.
but good league.
Oh, yeah.
It was great fun.
Now, do you or did you have any pre-race rituals or superstitions? No. Nothing at all?
No, not really. No.
Not clean bike before the race?
Have you met this guy?
Mine always
Do you still carry like the little bloody
The bikey wipes.
ShamWow? Yep.
Bikey wipes.
Oh, bikey wipes.
Bikey wipes? What's a bikey wipe?
Oh,
He's
Little,
polishing his bike mid-ride whilst we're riding.
Bikey wipes, they're
I
special
saw him the
special
other day.
wipes.
You're on your time trial bike.
Yeah. Was out today on it.
Penfolds Road.
Yeah, that'll be about right.
Penfolds Road. I reckon it was.
Yeah.
It was a Sunday.
Yeah, it would have been yesterday.
A couple Sundays ago.
Yeah, was out on, did 3 hours on TT bike today. Always on it. Yeah.
He actually, I look at his stats on Strava. He
yeah.
does more than what I used to do when I used to race as a
Oh, he
pro.
does more than not like current pros.
I can't.
Together.
Yeah, definitely.
Mate, good on you. Wish I could do it.
Have you developed a strange or unexpected skill whilst being a cyclist?
Skill while being a
Yeah,
cyclist.
have you got a strange or unexpected skill you've developed?
No, not really. No.
Where'd you get that from? I'm so
Yeah,
intrigued.
that's a great question. But no, I couldn't. No, I don't reckon.
I think patience is a good one. It's a strange one. People can't learn.
Well, this is why I got both kids to do some sort of sport, instrument, physical skill that requires like time to master it because they need the patience. They can't just be good. It's like, I've got to play piano. And like you can't just
rock up and go,
you can't just rock up and play Mozart, right? Yeah, so like it's really cool to see, you know, in the 3 terms that she's started.
That's good.
It's
mate.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, instruments are good.
Epic. So, and then a bike ride today and bloody rider's rain.
Yeah, keep them. Yeah, sport. I think sports. Like all my 3 boys all played sports.
Yep. Team sports.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
played
Good.
soccer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Same.
twins played soccer. The young bloke played soccer. So
Yeah.
I think it's very important for kids.
Oh, they
be
need to know how to
involved
lose, right?
in sport. Yeah,
Yeah. Big time.
absolutely.
What else have we got?
Just the last one there, Wang.
Yeah.
Last one there.
Last one, second last one.
No,
the
last
most
one.
challenging aspect of cycling that fans might not realise.
But the most challenging,
Yeah, that fans don't.
I reckon, would
sort
have
of
to be
see.
the training, wouldn't it? The challenging part of
Yeah.
it, like because everyone only sees,
The performance.
especially when they're watching like the Tour de
Tour de
France,
France.
because they only just see, you know, like a dude winning and, you know, getting all the accolades, or they only see the guys the other day winning the gold medal, but they don't know what's actually happened.
Yeah, they don't see what's going on
for the
behind the
last,
scenes.
you know, 4 years and what they go through and the training they kind of do, and, you know, all the pain that you got to.
Put yourself through. To
Look, I try and explain it to people where I work at Nord Footy Club, and they just don't get it. They just think it's just, oh, you had a good
can
life
ride a
riding a
bike,
bike around,
yeah.
mate. I've cried on a bike. It's just horrible. No, I have honestly. I remember getting tested down at the institute with a mask on, and I threw up in the mask. It's just
Did
this
you?
Oh, yeah, shit house. It was horrible. It was going up my nose. It was absolutely horrible. Have you done that?
Yeah,
It's
not
shit
speed
house.
up, but done plenty of the testing down there. Yeah,
Mate, I was at,
yeah,
mate,
brutal.
I remember one race in Italy. It's on April the 25th in Rome, so a Liberation Day. So they get 500 starters, and you race around the Colosseum. And it's an insane race. And I raced it like 12 years in a row. And I remember one year I wasn't going that well. And I suffered so badly. I was crying, literally crying. And I thought, what am I going to do now? Like,
Yeah.
I can't pull out because my team director will go absolutely crazy. So
yeah.
I had this brainstorm that up the back of the hill, I got off, I pulled one of the pins out of my number, and I put that many holes in my tyre. And then I got back on, I got my hand up like this, and of course there's no cars because it's a closed circuit. I got my hand up and I pulled over, and by the time everyone come for a wheel, I'd got lapped, so I was out. So
What was the name of that race?
it was called the Liberazione. Do you remember?
Yeah, I raced that one year.
Did you race it? Yeah, it was.
We
It's
raced around the
insane.
Colosseum.
Hardest race I've ever done in my
It's
life.
insane.
Yeah.
I know.
It's insane. So there's the year I rode it, there was 495
That's
riders.
ridiculous.
If you won it, it was pretty much a
Pro contract.
Were
contract.
you were the mayor of bloody the Rome.
And it's
I think Stewie and Brett maybe run 1-2 one year when the
Okay.
track program were over there,
I don't know if they ever won. No, I don't think.
or they're up there on the
I
podium.
think the only Australian to win it. I'm not sure if it's Hank Vogels or not.
Yeah, okay.
That's a flex.
Yeah.
That's so good.
But it's a strange race because when you get there with your team,
Yeah.
so normally you get there and whoever gets to the line first to start, like that's how it is. But in this race, because there's so many riders,
Yeah.
what happens is each team nominates a rider to get to the front. So
Oh, that's
if
not a
there's
bad
like,
idea, actually.
if there's like 100 teams, then your number one
guys,
rider
yeah,
goes
the
to the
first
front,
100 are racing
and then
together.
the next. So if you're shit,
Yeah.
you're right at the
You're
back.
at the
Yeah,
back.
And you
OTB,
got,
yeah.
you literally can see. There's times when you're at the front and you can see the back of the bunch.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah. It was
You're cruising around the Colosseum.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's an insane race.
How's this little church living
Yeah.
at bloody Tea Tree Gully rode around the Colosseum
the
once?
Colosseum. You
Does
don't
it?
appreciate it back then, though. Like,
No, I definitely, yeah.
it's just a bike race. You don't realise the stature of it or the history behind it.
Yeah, look at you, cultured fuck. I love it.
Sponsoring sparkling water. I'm cold.
I know. I love
I'm going to
this.
send you the bill for that.
I'm proud of you, Matthew.
Just
Good lad.
Just give them the bill at the end of the year. $2,000.
Yeah.
That's it.
Awesome stuff.
Very good.
Fantastic.
Before you jump into notable mentions, Kashi,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, 100 episodes.
That's fantastic.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you to you guys, the co-hosts, obviously our guests that have come on the show, and the listeners.
Very much so.
Yes.
A lot of this happened for us, so big love to you all. Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks to the coffees too.
Yes.
Who would have thought 100 episodes, eh?
100 episodes of shit talk and banter.
I know, I
think
love
we're
it.
Going
Information.
better than we ever have before now.
Colosseums.
I know.
Liberazione.
I love this.
That's it.
It's great. So let's the questions again have just been amazing. So thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, David.
Pleasure. So, the Breakthrough Foundation, which is Australia's first and only foundation purely focused on raising funds to invest in life-changing mental health research, which is super cool. Now, their goal is to fund evidence-based research to better understand what causes mental illness and how to reduce its impact and ultimately prevent mental illness happening in the first place. So we believe that a life free from mental illness is the freedom to leave your home, to chase your dreams and to live without restrictions, build relationships, fall in love. Beautiful stuff. And who wouldn't want, this for their loved ones as well? So with 44% of Australians experiencing mental health issues at some point or a issue at some point, we strive to create change with the help of our community. So the Breakthrough Foundation is holding their annual charity ride for 2024. That's on October the 27th.
What's that day?
It's almost the best day
the day
of the
after our
year. I
birthday.
know.
Yeah, we're both born on the same day, Dave.
Yeah, Matthew. Yeah.
October
I don't know
26th.
how two legends can be born on one day. It's just not.
A few years apart.
You know what it is? Valentine's Day. That's what it is. So the Keystone cycling team, great team, are proud ambassadors for this ride and will be there in full support to help all the riders along this year's 50 and 100K route. So there's two routes there. So this year we want more people to get involved. So help us and the podcast Pardon me. Spread the word by talking to your mates and join the Breakthroughs big bike ride. Sorry, I didn't know it was like big bad bike ride. I was like, as a team. So riding is easy when you have a purpose, awesome, and even more fun when you do it with your friends. So there is a discount promo code for past riders and also for teams and companies, and the link will be in the show notes. It'll be amazing to see you guys.
Are they doing the same routes or
Similar route to
Similar?
last year. There's
Yep.
slight changes in refreshment stops and a little bit of changing how we go down the beach side.
Yep.
We've been having good chats with them about getting that sorted.
Easy.
So, and it doesn't matter like how fast, slow, whatever you are out
No.
there. Like I literally bring up the back of the bunch, and I
Most
have
patient man I know because I couldn't
made
do it.
some amazing friends, and every time I see them out, they always remember me because the Keystone kit's very, very
Those two
beautiful.
ladies, the first year we done it.
Absolutely, yeah.
How long did it take them to get up the freeway?
About an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
epic.
it was cool. We had a
That
good
is
chat. We chatted for an hour.
freaking
And they
That's
were
cool.
demon descenders, so down the back
Yeah,
side
they
of
were
Monty,
fine.
they made up all the time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for helping out because
No,
I
no.
got involved this year, so they've. I'm trying to help them out as well. So
It's a
I
good
reached
ride.
out to Matt before. Unfortunately, I won't be here for that, but you know, like I told you guys off air, if they could maybe get it closer to Tour Down Under, we'd get a lot more, riders in there.
Yeah,
So-
I think it'd be good.
awesome.
So, again, 27th of October, we'll link in the show notes.
Yep.
Support good causes that actually do some really good stuff for people.
They've actually still got some of the signs up from last year's ride. I see some of the arrows, the purple
epic.
arrows.
Poor volunteer, he must be cracking 80. The guy that follows us around and picks up the signs with his backpack. So
Wow.
he's riding behind, putting all of those hands in his. So
Yeah.
Holy
Missed a
crap.
couple.
He missed a couple. That's
Missed a couple. That's okay.
You got some shout outs.
Yeah, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so
go
just
for
some
both,
notable
mate.
mentions, some past guests. So Tate Ryan, Spaghetti Slapper, and Liani Vanderberg. They are all in China at the moment. So Junior Worlds are about to kick off on Wednesday
In China?
Yep. So good luck to those guys over there. The Aussie team pursuit should be hopefully up. Well, definitely a medal.
Do you have any info? Well, what bikes are they riding?
Actually, no. I think they are on the Argons. I know that Spaghetti Slapper's on Argon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who coaches them, Matt? Junior team. Like, have they got a
Brett,
fixed coach?
I think.
Oh, Brett does it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
Brett is. Yep.
Cool.
So, and then also shout out to the South Australian riders who travelled over to Ballarat yesterday for the CX Nationals.
Look,
You
see any of the clips?
Filthy.
The course was mega.
I saw that climb
Yeah.
where they had to get
and
off.
the down as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw Marco trying to.
Marco was shit
He
scared.
was shit
Yeah.
house. He should stick to the warning. But yeah, a few South Australian riders were successful.
Maddie did she get the dub?
Maddie won,
Yeah.
Billy Van Hout, he took the under 17, under 17
Yeah.
dub.
Is that Russ's?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, Russ's son is.
Russ's son, yeah.
son.
He's an
He went all
animal.
right, didn't he? Russell.
Russ went all right
Yeah.
as well, but Billy is a chip off the old block.
Is he?
Really?
Oh, good. He told me
Um,
he started racing. Oh,
yeah.
What is he, a roadie? Is he like his old man?
Roadie and CX.
Right,
Yeah.
in CX, that's cool.
Who else? Nick Underwood. I think he podiumed over there.
Yeah. It was look, honestly the
third.
open. I've seen bits and pieces of the elite men,
Yeah.
and it was just absolutely jam packed. Like Cam Ivory was
Yeah, and he
racing,
was
Tasman
like
and Curvis.
7th or 8th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, and
Yeah.
the guy that won, the dude, he rides for Bridge Lane.
Yes.
And just absolute weapon.
Yeah.
Like all these guys are just
And then today
such
they had
a high
another,
level.
Today there was another race, but it was a UCI race over there today. It was
yeah.
like the second part of it. So I
How
don't
good?
think it was as wet. So
No.
Congrats to all them.
Hell
yes.
Amazing. All right, let's jump right into it. The main reason why we exist. Let's see who's spinning up the summit this week and check out the times for the folks who've been giving us a show. Might be the fast ones, it might be the slow ones. It's going to be everyone in between, but we will dive into their rides and data a little bit more robustly, and we'll see what has caught our eyes on the leaderboards this week. So, Dave, you have the spreadsheet.
Yes.
Fastest man and woman for the week.
Fastest man is that dad has a huge son.
He nearly got a PB
He
too.
nearly got a
Just
PB.
off his PB.
Oh, 13:40.
And the fastest woman
Yeah.
is R2DI2.
He got it right this week. I didn't.
And she rolled a 17:36 this week.
Was that yesterday?
That
It was.
It was yesterday, yes.
She rolled out 170k yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, you're joking.
If you're listening, I'm sorry that I didn't get
Didn't
out.
get
of
out
bed.
and
Yeah.
do stuff.
Yeah.
Bad Cashy.
I know.
Nice work, guys. Wang, taking us through the men.
I am doing the men's bracket. All right, so we have. I put my glasses on with a time of 14:04. Just cruising for this young lad, to be honest with you. 334. Thank you for enlarging that. 334 watts and 168 beats per minute. So he's working. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Next we have good old Mr. Consistent. Just rolling out an average watts of 442
watts.
with a 1410. Looks like he still might be carrying some of that holiday weight.
Bulk
Like a bit of a poke, mate.
No, he's a good lad. Good lad. We then have rolling out a time of 1451.
PB.
He's a
Which is a
PB.
PB and new to the potty.
New to the potty, first time on. Look at that heart rate.
I know.
That was what Dave's was going down Gorge Road when he had 3 heart attacks. 180 beats per minute.
Geez, that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah. We have, say, what?
That was a Rambo roast special. Yeah.
Done well.
Yeah.
And then we have this guy also just cruising, 334 watts average, 166 beats per minute, time of 14:56. We've got Fig Jam.
Look at that PB though.
Yeah, that was at the
I know. I just
recommendation of me when he went out and got that day.
good work.
And then lastly, not too far off his PB, this
New to
young
the
lad.
podcast too.
Yep, he's actually he does a bit of work at BE, this kid. Flat time of 15 minutes, 299 watts, and we have 172 beats a minute. Blood and Crips.
Bloods
and Crips.
Come
Get it
on,
right,
Wang.
mate. Come
I
on.
missed the S. Kashi, you're doing the
Love
women's.
it. All right. We've got, first off the ranks for this week, we have Shaquille Oatmeal with an 1849. Dave's just
It's,
going, oh my God.
I was just looking at
Again,
It's just taken up by Butterfield's girls,
I
isn't
know,
it?
right? This was 14. Yep, on the 14th. 215 watts, no heart rate, but I think she's just
cruising.
Yeah, just probably some openers for this weekend, I reckon. Second off the ranks, we've got Chuck Nolan's Castaway Friend. Well done. With 198 watts. Just 1859. So almost just
too
there
close.
dangling
Yep.
around her. I think she could absolutely smash a PB.
She's just come back from Belgium, so she's in not bad form. She had some wins over there.
Yes. Next up, we've got, this is another Rambo special, Flora the Explorer
I
with
like that one with a PR.
as well. So she's got a 1917. I couldn't see what her previous PRs, but well done there with great PR. 152 beats per minute. So just chilling there. I think she's got a bit more left in her with 200 watts. Next up, we've got the Fluffer. Now, the Fluffer has also...
Is that a 2-minute PB?
Well,
PB.
You may not have picked them up previously, but
Yes, but PB...
If you want to change your
Fluffer,
name.
if you want to
we
change
like
your
the
name.
Fluffer.
I like the Fluffer. That's good.
It's a good job.
We've got with 142. See, this is
cruising.
where I'm looking. I'm going, surely she hasn't got. Yeah. So I will go back and clarify, but 218 watts, 142 beats per minute. Just chilling. Next off, last but not least, we've got Ruby Red Flamingo with a 1938. A little bit off your PB, so come on, mate. Let's.
I actually spoke to her yesterday. I told her, why did you go out in that filthy weather? Stay on Zwift. And she's going, I had to do hills. Coach had me doing hills.
Which had you doing kills? All right.
speaking of weather, though.
Yes.
Do we have an
actually,
there?
I did just do a quick hand peek.
Okay, go.
So I've got Bank Wobby. Has been a bit more consistent, getting out on the bike with a couple of friends. Yeah, he's my mate. So
This is
well
where
done.
you-
Love
this
to
is where you
see.
get a cheap bike as well, don't you?
Yeah, head out to 99 Bike from Island with an 1836. Just chilling, but good to see him out on the bike. So good work, Bank Wobby. Wangos.
All right, Wang's weather this week brought to you by Bikey Wipes. going to be pretty moist this week, all of it, right through till Saturday. But Wednesday will be the pick of the day for the winds, so westerly to northwesterly. So good conditions for a Norton PB.
What day did you say?
What day?
Wednesday.
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 Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, what
have we got this week, Alex?
Ahead, we've got Sunday, the 25th of August, with Adelaide Hills Cycling Club. They've got the Bradbury Kermesse. The Adelaide Masters Cycling Club, same day, 25th, have got their Interclub Challenge. That's out of Outer Harbour. Oz Cycling are running general track training at the Superdrome on the 21st. Oz Cycling once more, Sunday, 25th of August, the 2024 State Downhill Series. That is round 5 at Fox Creek. Bike Melrose, which is this coming Friday.
We're not doing this, are we, Alex?
I haven't even ridden the mountain bike, sorry.
Okay.
Doing the...
Around your backyard.
18 and 6 hours of Melrose.
Uh-huh.
PACC are doing Thursday, 29th of August. They're going to do a warm-up and a motor pace at track and road.
This could be good, though, for getting up for the Super Series.
Yeah, we're going to get the 900cc motorbike out there again.
Yeah, some 64-13 or something like that.
PACC Sunday, the 1st of September, the big one, Thunder in Tanunda. That's the week before Super Series kicks off. And lastly, South Coast Cycling doing the South Coast Winter Wednesdays, 28th of this month at the Adelaide Superdrome. So if you want some more details, please check out Entry Box.
Jam-packed.
Yeah, I think that's South Coast Winter Wednesdays. I think it's like a series of some endurance.
Yes.
Yeah, some couple of Kierans maybe as well.
Yep.
I did go to one many, many years ago. It was bloody great fun. So head out there, Entry Boss. So, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, evil creatures in between, we'd love to thank our guest, David.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you
on.
Very much for having me, guys. Had a blast. Thank you.
Honestly, some amazing
great.
stories there. Yeah. So thanks for coming on the show. And if you listeners
pleasure.
have enjoyed yourself, give us a follow through your favourite podcast app and access all episodes through YouTube as well. So please subscribe, hit the bell icon. And don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with everyone.
Now, we are all over the socials. We'll give you updates, info, and let you know when new episodes are out, along with other podcast news and information. If you want to support the podcast, head to our Buy Me a Coffee page. And if you donate, we'll give you a shout out on the podcast next week.
So we'd love your feedback and to know your thoughts. So hit us up and let's have a chat through our Facebook or Instagram page, or shoot something through to the ye old email of RADelaide@gmail.com. And with that,
What do you call fake potatoes? You don't know?
no.
Imitators.
That's really
Sunday.
Terrible.
Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao. Bye. Bye.